the ones that can feel a lot.
Yeah.
Feeling at a young age was very overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was mine and what was other people's thoughts and feelings. It wasn't until my 20s and that I started to really understand, oh, you can actually discern that. It's not
Mm-hmm.
all my stuff. And there's something called energetic boundaries that is different than just an energetic shield that
Yes.
most spiritual teachers talk about. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
protect yourself with a shield. But it's very different when you're doing energetic boundaries.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Crystal Clear Business Podcast. Today we have Tiffany Cano from Highly Perceptive People Academy. Thank you for joining us today, Tiffany. It's such a pleasure having you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I was happy to come. I love this studios. I know that Icon is also helping my LA Tribune, amazing team, and
Yes.
I love you. So this is a pleasure to be here.
We love our communities. Thank you to Icon Industries. Thank you to the Los Angeles Tribune. We love Mo Rock and all of the incredible people at that publishing outlet. That they're family. I know.
Yes.
I know that's part of where we've met. We've met on a few different areas, but it's always nice to have a fellow healer in the midst, someone that you know that you could turn to when you're kind of struggling, or if you want some clarity in life. Clarity brings prosperity. We know that. So I love what you do. Maybe tell the audience a little bit about what you got going on.
Well, I've been seeing clairvoyantly and facilitating healing since I was a small kid. When I was 8 years old, my dad suggested that I start charging $1 for 10 minutes. He saw me doing something that kind of looked like massage on some of his barn clients. He's a horse trainer. And I started charging and owning my value at a very young age. Like, that was my lemonade stand when I was a kid.
I love it.
Yeah, and so since then I've been teaching transformation workshops for almost 3 decades. Yeah, 3 decades. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. And I've been, serving the empathic, spiritual, intuitives to help them up level personally and professionally, getting their subconscious minds aligned and
Yes.
congruent for success, which I know you and I have some similar training in regards to summit transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we love doing the neuroscience. Like,
Yes.
that is fun to me. That is so fun.
Jenny was on not very long ago. Shout out to Jenny
Hi, Jenny.
Harkleroad. We love ya. Changing lives. But yeah, we do have that subconscious reprogramming specialty in our back pocket. But also, you're a very highly gifted psychic. So a lot of people might not know that about you, but those gifts that you were cultivating at a young, early age, when you do that, it really strengthens that as you grow up. So you are little more highly connected, which is, I'm sure, why you created the academy that you have going on.
Yes, Highly Perceptive People Academy is for us HSPs, highly sensitive people, the empaths, the ones that can feel a lot.
Yeah.
Feeling at a young age was very overwhelming. I didn't know what was mine and what was other people's thoughts and feelings. It wasn't until my 20s and that I started to really understand, oh, you can actually discern that. It's not all my stuff. And there's something called energetic boundaries that is different than just an energetic shield that
Yes.
most spiritual teachers talk about. Like, oh, protect yourself with a shield. But it's very different when you're doing energetic boundaries.
Yeah. I know about 20% of the population is highly sensitive. I know a lot of people are empaths, but also being able to use these gifts, like you said, as a child, when all of this feeling is overwhelming, but to learn how to cultivate that and learn within ourselves, okay, this is what I choose to continue to have in my operating program, or you know what, I think I'm gonna upgrade that one.
Yes. Sometimes I just
Control,
want
Alt, delete.
Exactly. I was just thinking thinking those exact words. See, we're in sync.
Yes, this is what happens when you have two highly intuitives together. Yeah, that's great.
I love it. Life is such a journey. I mean, there's been ups and downs, and yet it all is leading to this beautiful place of transformation that's not always easy in the middle of it. But what gold is there on that other side?
Yes.
You know, like even with all the movies and launching my first solo book, because I had already done a few anthology books, but launching my first solo book, launching my HPP Academy app, every single level of growth and visibility in my business required a different level of me.
Yes.
There was so much of my own crap that I had to clear out just to be
Who knew?
Ready for these big stages.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, with that energy is filled with crap, then you can't use it for more refined things. So, and a lot of the times, as you and I both know, it's really not the things that are going on in our life right now. It's the things that went on those first 7 years of our life. And we update ourselves
when we get baked.
Yeah.
when our inner child gets cooked, and then we spend the whole rest of our life unprogramming, deprogramming, rewiring.
Yeah, there's like maybe the 1% who got lucky and got it right. I'm like, but something else in life will screw them up. So don't worry, we're all on even playing field. We all come out scarred in some way. But having opportunities to tune into that energy and refine what works and what we don't want. I like you. I moved from Colorado to California by myself at 17. So that's when I really decided, okay, here's my new start. I get to decide what I believe in, where Absolutely. I put my energy, who I want to become, what, there's a lot of modalities that teach us, the old programs of the money doesn't grow on trees, or you're never going to amount to anything.
And you have to work hard to make money.
Really hard. Yeah.
Like struggle.
Yeah.
In order to be worthy of that, big paycheck or whatever. No, you don't.
Antiquated. Yeah. Yeah. The old programming, each generation, it kind of, I feel like you get a little bit of an update. But like our cell phones, we update our cell phones every time there's an update. We wouldn't go 5 years without running an update. No. It might not even work. And that's Absolutely. Like our brain too. We got to update that. We got to update what we want and refine it. Some of us, I thought that I was a victim of my emotions. Kind of like you. I thought, we just follow these emotions and you just go along with the monotony, and you just follow the energy. And then I was like, wait a second, you can create the energy, you can be the energy, and then everything else can come around you. I was like, whoa, like now we're talking. Now that all that pain can like a pulling it back like a slingshot, like pulling you back, and then you finally let go of it. It's like phew. Like, look at the success.
I just like to empty. Like, my practice is empty, let go, give it to God, the divine, spirit, source, whatever is your name for it. And just the more I empty, the better vessel I can be. Because for me, love and service are what it's all about. Like, connecting to source, loving and being of service in whatever way that might look like. And I thought I would just be a healer forever. And then the whole thing about movies and TV shows and books and being an author, and I had a little tantrum with God. More than one, but definitely in the first time that I was invited to be in 2 different movies, Frequency of Miracles, and then Pillars of Power, Discovering the Hidden Secrets Behind Achieving Greatness. And I didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I like my life. I like teaching on Zoom and just the safety, the ease. I don't have to travel anywhere. I don't have to, engage out there it's safe, it's cozy. I don't want to be that visible. And my
don't
inner
have to
child
play big.
was much more vocal than what I'm saying now. Like and then my rebellious inner teenager had a few swear words in there as well. So we don't have to like edit those out. I'll skip those, but you get the message, right? And then after I like vented to God, then I got empty and still and calm. And then I was like, okay, Lord, help me to just love and serve. If these movies are going to be helpful for other people, helpful for my spiritual growth and development, I'm all in. But you have to do it all. Like you have to.
I'll be the vessel, but you do everything else.
You have to find the money. You have to find the wardrobe. You have to like fit the logistics, like all resources, time, everything that is needed for these projects. You must do. I will show up, but you must do it all. I was so demanding, and because I got the divine yes, and I took action on that divine yes, then funds like just started coming in, more and more clients, more and more business. And then I got the yes for the second movie. And then, since then I am now in a third movie, Rise of the Lioness, The Power of Feminine Leadership. And before I even filmed all three of these movies, I filmed my TV show, Love, Seen, Heard. And now that is going to be coming out soon. So I've got like a bunch of film stuff in the hopper, and it's pretty exciting.
I love it. Well, I mean, you got to put yourself out there, and then you have to step up when the opportunity presents itself. Sometimes playing small does feel more comfortable, but I mean, you're going to stay stuck and it be uncomfortable, or you're going to have growth and be uncomfortable. Like, both are somewhat uncomfortable. Yeah, exactly.
But it is a choice.
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, if I just stay numb and frozen, I won't have to make a decision and have the result of that decision. But that's not true. Inaction is still inaction. There's consequences no matter what. So you might as well use it for good.
And that's where anxiety and stress and misalignment comes from, because you wouldn't have seen that vision if it wasn't part of the picture. If it wasn't part of the plan, how could you even perceive it? So I believe that they're options. And like you said, you can choose. We have free will. But if one is consistent, if it keeps popping up, I can tell you firsthand, those are the ones that are like my international beauty pageant with Virgilia. I told her 4 times no before I finally said yes, and people were like, don't do that, or they're gonna laugh at you for being older, and you're not as slender as some of the other contestants, and you've never shown up for yourself like that. But I knew in my mind that there was a business success that was going to come out of that. I just felt it. And that's how I ended up with my corporate client, Microsoft, from the former Miss Asia. So there was a connection that was made there that I knew deep down in my heart that would be created, but I didn't know how. I didn't know why.
Absolutely.
I had people tell me that it would actually hurt my business to do that, but it just kept surfacing, and even every time I said no, it was like turned it up a little louder. I'm like, I know this energy.
It's that energetic 2x4. Like God will start with a little feather.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that, then it's like a tap. And if you don't listen to that, then it's like a 2x4.
Yeah, I've met them. I've built a couple houses with them. Ripped a couple down and built a couple more.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, that's the part they don't tell you. The healers all look all pretty, and it looks like a wonderful life to live, but what you don't realize is the pain it took to get to that power point.
Beauty pageants are not superficial. When I was in high school, I did Miss Calaveras County, and then I did Miss Teen California, just before the summer before college. So I went through that, and I see the growth that happens.
It's so beautiful.
It's getting your psyche owning your value and internal as well as external beauty and love and acceptance. My Sacred Body, Sacred Soul book that came out recently is all about being able to own that confidence and beauty and love and accept yourself, and remember that you're the vessel, you're connected to source, you're not the body, and but yet learn to be comfortable in it no matter what shape or size or age or blemish is there. Like, just love yourself and let that love radiate, and just being that without even doing anything, just being that can be so healing and freeing for other people.
It's so true. And not one size doesn't fit all. For some person, it might be Dungeons and Dragons, or I think being a nerd is fabulous because finding
nerds are sexy.
I love nerds. Nerds are sexy. I love nerds. I'm all about the what is it called? A sapiosexual is when you're turned on by someone's intellect.
Oh, intellect is hot.
Yes, I love it too. Yeah, when you're on a higher level of frequency too, you don't get stimulated just by the superficial. It's very disengaging.
I see the person's energy before I see like their body.
Mm-hmm. So tell the audience, let's talk about that.
Okay.
That's great.
So I can see a lot of things clairvoyantly.
Mm-hmm.
Not only the aura, the chakras, like a medical intuitive, what's going on in somebody's body. Mm-hmm. I can also see the energy between two people. So,
that would be fun in the crowd.
Okay, so I can see like, oh, this person has a good heart connection and a good, connection at their crown. Okay, they've got a beautiful, loving, spiritual relationship. This other couple over here, he's got a big fat cord to her sex chakra. His sex chakra is connected to her sex chakra. And she is not interested. Yeah. Right? Or maybe it's only in the lower chakras, like solar plexus, sex chakra are corded, connected. And that makes for a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, but not so much love and like a deeper spiritual intimacy and connection and fulfillment. So just even looking at the chords between couples, I can see like, do they love each other? Do they lust each other? Do they hate each other?
Energy doesn't lie, people.
Right. So some couples come to me, or one person in the couple usually, saying that they want help to heal their relationship, and so we do some healing there. Some couples have come because they wanted to have a more conscious uncoupling, a gentle release from each other because they weren't a fit. Yeah. And both of those are totally okay and good. And then like my business types of clients, most of them want more money. Right? Yeah. They need more clients, they need more money, they need more customers.
Financial blocks.
Right. So it's clearing out whatever that inner, and starting at the CEO level, right? At leadership level, like whatever is their inner BS and money blocks, the scarcity, the poverty consciousness, the negative family legacies that they've been carrying about, scarcity and poverty energies for, 7 generations or however many long. Yeah. Right? Sometimes I'll even see things from a past life bleeding into this life, and then we need to do a little clearing there.
And we're all so different energetically too. It's like the past life stuff, and then this life, and dharma and karma and aura and all of it. Energy smorgasbord.
I know. I do look to see, like, does this person have enough good karma for their intention, their goal that they're looking to have help with? Yeah. And if they don't, then I'll give them some ideas of how they can increase that. If someone wants to sell their house, give to Habitat for Humanity. If someone has breast cancer, give to a breast cancer society. If someone has, they want to do more teaching and workshops, give to an organization that supports that, right? That supports education. And that energy boomerangs back, because what you give, so shall you receive. And it comes back like 10 times or more every time. So that's like one simple way. It can.
Sometimes, but not always.
It depends on how big their karma bank is to begin with. Like, do they have a little bit of bad poo-poo karma, or do they have a lot? Right? Little, big. And so sometimes, and there's ways that you can set a decree and intention that the karma whatever their donation or tithe was comes back to them immediately in the form of certain things. Like, there's ways to language it, right, so that it doesn't take years for it to circle back.
Yeah. But also being respectful, the universe does have its own timing, but we can nudge, we can zhuzh a little.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's part of our power. We can create. We're creators. We're creative beings.
I love creative juices. I think it's my favorite cycle. To me, there's cycles of cleansing and purifying, cycles of creating, cycles where it's kind of in the gap, where it's that in-between place where the old you no longer works. The old things you used to do, the old marketing no longer works, but you haven't quite fully stepped into the upgraded version of you yet.
You're the tweener.
Yes, that in-between place. And it takes surrender. I now recognize it, but I used to bang my head up against it when I was younger, thinking, but 2 months ago, this exact thing used to give me, an audience of 100 people. And now it's like 12? What is going on? So cycles, we have to get get ourselves surrendered to the cycle. So if I'm in a cleansing cycle, I'm not going to go and create a new program. I have 30 plus online courses. I'm not going to create a new program if I'm in a purging, cleansing phase, right? I'm going to use the energy to empty out whatever old stuff that I don't want to take into the new level of me.
It's so good. I think people forget that. It's like add. But if we add, then you're so full you can't saturate. It's like a sponge that's full of water. It can't take in anymore. So by emptying, it's like, okay, now we can reabsorb what we're ready to absorb. And you're right. I mean, we do change as people. And so what worked as a teenager is not going to work in our adulthood. And like you said, even day to day, like we're constantly needing to use that creativity within us. I think that might be part of like the journey is, one thing isn't maybe supposed to fit forever. Maybe we grow out of it and now we're ready for the next more beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It requires resiliency and bravery to do that, though. So many people resist change.
Oh, yeah.
Like they want it, but they resist it. But you have to be brave. You have to be willing to take risks and trust and, do those leaps of faith. Every time I've had that new level of me personally and or professionally, a leap of faith was always involved.
And then there's don't forget the test before the testimony. That often, I'm like, something good's coming because I'm dealing with crap.
Can only go up from here.
I do find that though, oftentimes before you hit that precipice to the next level, it's like that one little test. Do you really want it? Are you gonna give up? Let me give you one last opportunity to prove it.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thanks for the votes of confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, how can people engage with what you're doing? I mean, you have so much going on.
When I said I love creative energy, I meant it because I literally have so many ideas. I started creating a book where I'm like, maybe later, just to get it out of my head.
Yeah.
But my Empath Rising GPT is fantastic for being able to ask questions and get incredible coaching. It has a bunch of my proprietary courses and information woven into it.
Oh,
So the
wow.
answers are geared more towards that
Mm-hmm.
empathic, conscious type of person.
So good.
So it'll give you like rituals, affirmations, a guided meditation about every 10 minutes. It gives you one of my gifts, like one of my songs or a guided meditation or an article or something to like help you along the way so it feels like I'm with you.
Yeah.
And that's empathrising.com. And then I have my book, Sacred Body, Sacred Soul, all the movies that are coming out. And I love seeing her TV show. Yeah. I mean, if you just go to highlyperceptivepeopleacademy.com, and I'm sure they'll put the QR code up there too, you can check it out. And my app, my cell phone app, HPP Academy, has a bunch of free gifts too. I'm a giver. I believe that when I live from that space of abundance, things always come back to me.
Yes.
So I give, and if you're the right person that resonates with me, then come play with me and we'll see how, I can help you.
I can tell you I've personally been to several of Tiffany's classes. They're so insightful. Sometimes you already know what she's going to tell you deep down inside, but sometimes you just need to hear someone else say it. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes you just need that validation just a little bit, because oftentimes we know we're incredibly powerful, but it's the rest of the people that are telling us, no, you can't do that, or play small. But when you hear someone validate some of the things that you tell people, it can really shift you into a perspective that can take you to another level. Because if you're holding on to something holding you back, and then someone gives you this gift, and it's like, here's the key, this is what you were looking for, this is inside of you, or this is the road you should take, or I saw this from you, does that resonate? Like, this is what lights us up again. Like, I get so nerdy over this type of stuff, because I'm like, it's just that one little thing that could take you to that next step. It's already within you. I mean, we've seen it. I'm sure you've seen so many successes like I have with my clients.
Yes. Sometimes when I'm doing like the blind spot strategy sessions with people, for example, I'm seeing what's in your subconscious. I'm seeing, oh, well, yes, you've sloughed away, several layers of that one self-limiting belief or trauma, wound, imprint, etc., and yet there's still more. Or something that you never even realized was there that was blocking you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll tune in and see someone's timeline, and when they were like 3 years old, mommy or daddy yelled at them, for ruining the furniture. Yeah. And then they yelled, what do you think, we're made of money, and like really got down on them. And that one thing can,
even though they don't even remember it,
right, they don't remember it, but it completely affected their confidence, their beliefs about money, their feeling of being loved and accepted and liked by their parents just goes away. And it can affect their ability to be seen, to be heard. Confidence. Yeah. Exactly. All of that gets...
And how can you be incredibly successful without the confidence? Or if you feel like you can't be seen. Like if you're a speaker up on stage and you have a block that says I can't be seen or heard, that's a problem.
Right. It's not always those big traumas. It's not, a major abuse. It's those small, seemingly
the subtle nuances
and medium size experiences that leave those scars. And when there's an emotional wound like that, like, oh, mommy, daddy just yelled at me, and then energetically it might look like this layer of numbness is cocooned around that wound. And so they don't even know that it's there because it's numb.
Yeah.
So unless there's someone who can see, oh, you have like 7 layers of numbness in your aura, some around your heart, a few around that wound, if and I can see those subconscious walls that we put up. Someone's like, "Oh, I want to, have an amazing partnership with the right person," and I'm looking and I'm like, you have 23 heart walls up.
You're a fortress. No one's coming in that thing.
We need to clear those out, and along with whatever wounding is underneath that, so you can vibrate from a space of love and trust, and that it's safe to let love in. Most people are more comfortable giving love than letting themselves receive it because it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable.
And giving doesn't, giving is something that's easy to do for others, but the receiving part, if you're not used to it, it can be something, especially for moms, when you're indoctrinated to keep giving. So taking a little bit of time for yourself, I think that's a great takeaway for the audience, to remember to take some time for yourself as well. I know I could talk to you forever. I would you're gonna have to probably come back. I know you'll have a lot more stuff going on in the next 6 months. So this is just the beginning, but
I would love to.
Yeah,
we could have a part 2 at some point.
Yeah, our conversations are so fun because we get it, and I know that there's people in the audience that get it too, because these emotions, I believe, are coming to the surface for the collective consciousness.
Absolutely.
There's so much healing that is opportunity, and I know personally what it feels like to be paralyzed by pain and trauma and just stuck in life. And if you're going through that, I am so sorry. I know that it's painful, but someone like Tiffany or myself, that's what we're here for. Tiffany has created these beautiful programs. She's got books, she's got movies, she's got it all. She got apps, she's got whatever you need for healing. If you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, I highly recommend reaching out to Tiffany to help you really utilize those gifts to their fullest potential, because they are gifts. They can sometimes feel like a little overwhelming, but if you can use them to your benefit, then you can really, really tap into that energy for yourself. So, Tiffany, can you give them how to connect with you again?
Highly Perceptive People Academy.com. And you can also, while space is still there, get a free 15-minute blind spot strategy session with me, so I can tune in and see what is in your subconscious that's blocking you from money, love, health, greater success, personally and or professionally. And it's my love, and it's what I'm here to help people with.
I feel the purpose behind your passion. I know that you are like radically authentic, and I love that. I feel like people in the audience are probably, like many people, craving that authenticity and those deeper connections. So I would not have someone on here that I would not highly recommend. So I highly recommend people connecting with you, and reach out to her on social media, Tiffany Cano, Cano, and she would love to be a mentor for you. So thank you for joining us. If you felt like this episode was helpful, if you laughed as much as we did, if you know an empath that is struggling with balancing their emotions, or if you know a business owner ready to take their success to the next level, share this episode. That's how we grow. We're on the track to over 100,000 viewers. So Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being special, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Have you been struggling to get more clarity and make your bills on time and be able to have the confidence to speak to that significant love interest of yours? Then come to our conscious creation.
My name is Crystal Pravette, and this Conscious Creation Workshop is for you. Are you struggling with feeling like you would like to have more boundaries in your life? Do you feel like that your lack of confidence is holding you back from success? Maybe you have some financial blocks that are holding you back. This is your opportunity to release all that and soar to great new heights.
Yes. And I'm Tiffany Cano, blind spot healer and CEO of Highly Perceptive People Academy. And together, Crystal and I are going to help you tune in to what is subconsciously blocking you from manifesting and creating the life of abundance and love and confidence that you've been trying to create. And we're going to do this in our 1 day intensive conscious creation. And I invite you to sign up immediately. And if you also want some extra one-on-one sessions with Crystal and I, tell them what they'll get from you if they sign up for our VIP option.
Our VIP package is very robust. You're going to be receiving a $1,000 online course from me with some additional worksheets and additional support to help you after you leave the course. We want to give you lots of tools and tips and takeaways that you can integrate into your daily life. So this is going to change your entire life. If you're ready, if you know that something has been holding you back, you know that there's this greatness that is just outside of your reach, I implore you to sign up for this course, bring a friend, bring a family member. You get to spend time with Tiffany and myself, and this is your opportunity to release all that's been holding you back.
Mm-hmm. And, you'll also get a half-hour session with me where I can show you what is getting in your way and then do healing to help get you aligned. So, bringing the spirituality plus the science, right? Because we're both into mindset and neuroscience stuff, and being able to bring it together in a really beautiful way. So with that VIP, you're going to get sessions with both of us, access to some of our courses. We have bonus materials in there. So being the generous folks we are, we're probably going to add a few extra goodies even beyond what you see on the webpage there. So I invite you, sign up and bring your family, friends, and loved ones and colleagues so that you together can be super successful.
We look forward to supporting you and having you sign up for this class soon.